is this moment in every practitioner's path where we have to ask ourselves a very big question. Are we still learning because we need to, or because we're avoiding the work we're supposed to be doing? For a lot of us, the line between the two gets just a little bit blurry. Another course, another workshop, another credential. It's so easy to justify because the training feels valuable. It looks like progress. It's measurable markers that we can take, and it is up to a point. But beyond that point, it becomes something else entirely. The certification trap. The certification trap is when preparing stops being about building skills and starts being about staying safe and playing small, safe in the role of the student, safe in the familiar space of absorbing instead of delivering, safe in the feeling that if you just keep learning, one day you'll magically feel ready. And the gigantic problem with this is that readiness doesn't work that way. I'm sorry, not sorry. Let's be real, raw, and honest. It's easy to tell yourself that another qualification will make you more confident, more professional, more worthy of taking clients, more worthy of charging. But often what's really happening is, well, it's just avoidance. And avoidance is comfortable. It lets you feel like you're moving forward without having to actually face the vulnerability of actually doing the work. It's this neat, polished, socially acceptable way of hiding. And at some point, you have to stop preparing and start practicing. This is where the yogic principle of Ishvara Pranidhana becomes such a powerful antidote. It's the practice of surrender, letting go of the illusion of control, of the need to have every variable accounted for before you begin. In the context of the certification trap, it's about surrendering the idea that you can ever be completely ready and trusting that readiness comes from doing, not from waiting. Tarot also offers some really great reflections here. The Fool, stepping off the cliff with an open heart, trusting that the ground will appear beneath each step that he takes forward. There's no guarantee, there's no roadmap, just a willingness to move forward. The Hanged Man, suspended, surrendered, seeing the world from a new angle. Sometimes we need to flip our world upside down and step out of our comfort zone in order for us to progress, because the greatest progress comes from letting go. Both cards speak to the leap you have to take when you finally put down the endless preparation and begin the work. I'm also reminded of Rebecca Campbell's one of her cards. It says, "Trust your path." If you knew you would be supported, what would you do? I cannot remember the set it comes from, but I remember the card specifically because it's such a piercing question for anyone caught in that certification trap. Because if you truly believe that you were held by your skills, your community, by life itself, you'd probably stop waiting. You'd probably stop questioning whether you were good enough, or qualified enough, or ready enough, and you would just leap off the cliff and begin. You would surrender to the process. You would trust the process. As practitioners, we are essentially, in a way, we're employees of the universe. It's a way I like to put it. And when you work for the universe, even when life feels messy and uncertain and scary, which is for us a lot of the time, and there's a deeper current holding you, it doesn't mean there's not going to be any challenges or that the path is going to magically just be smooth. It's not. But it means you can trust that the next step is going to be there when you take it, and it's going to be a supported step. Breaking free from the certification trap isn't about rejecting learning altogether, okay? It's about knowing when learning has become a shield, a thing for you to hide behind. It's about recognizing that no amount of courses will take away the nerves, the scariness, the vulnerability, or the unpredictability of real practice. Okay, none of it's going to go away. Those things are part of the work. The only way to meet them is to start. Leap off the cliff. At some stage, you have to step into the practice room, sit across from your client that you're going to hold space for, and allow yourself to be in it. Imperfect, still learning, but present. That's where your confidence will grow. That's where your experience will deepen. And that's where you will discover that the safety you were trying to build with your certifications wasn't real safety at all, man. It wasn't real at all. The real safety comes from trust. Trust in yourself, in your path, and in the work that you are here to do as a practitioner.